Hi, this is the Roulette Master, and today I want to show you how to bet when playing roulette if you only have a $100 startup fund. Most of my videos have higher startup funds than that, but I want to show you that you can still play good strategies only with $100 to start. And I'll show you how I modify the number of times you double and things like that. So we're looking at 26 and 13 as our last two, like I always do, and they are both black. So one's odd, one's even. And the reason I'm looking for that is because I want at least two of something in a row before I spin, so that if I was playing Martingale, I would actually go 10, 20, 30, and and then stop there and then restart, because we only have the $100 startup fund. So we're going to start on red for. Actually, that one's incorrect. We'll start on red for $10.
No more bets.
Because the last two were black. Okay, so we lost that first one. Now we're going to go to $20.
No more bets.
And 30 is the most that we will go to, since we only have the $100 startup fund. Okay, but we won that one. So I'm also going to show you how to do triple martingale this way, and I'm going to play a little bit so that you can see how I manage that startup fund. So now we have 23 and 33, and let's see. Basically, all we have is that those two were odd numbers, so we have the two out of the way there, and we're going to bet on even for $10.
No more bets.
And again, since we just have the $100 startup fund, we would only go to 10, 20, 30. And then we would start over. Okay, so we won that one. So now we're looking at the numbers 20 and 23. And they're both in the second 12. So I would triple martingale, bet against the second 12. The only difference is normally in triple martingale, I usually double first to 20, and then I go to 60, and then to 180. But since we only have the $100 startup fund, it would basically just go from 10 and then to 20. So that would give us, since the last two hit in that second 12, for us to lose, it would take 4 in a row of that second 12, basically. So let's get started.
No more bets.
We bet 10 on each. Okay, and we did lose one there. So now we're going to go to 20. And bet against the second 12. And as you can see, now we have 3 in a row from the second 12. And if we get to 4 in a row,
no more bets.
We'll basically just start back over with the next bet. But we were fortunate enough to win. So now we're looking at 3 and 19. I see they're both odd numbers, and they're both red. So we could go with black, or we could go with even. Let's go with even for $10.
No more bets.
This is just your regular martingale, and again, we're just going to go to 10, 20, and then 30. Okay, and the reason I have them both that way, we got another win there, is because both ways the most you could lose would be $60. With triple martingale, if we went to 10, 20, and 10 and 20, that would be a $60 loss, and 4 in a row it would take to bust. And then with regular martingale, we'd go 10, 20, 30, and that would take 5 in a row of whatever to bust. So let's keep going here. So we have a 34, a 3. Let's see, that's an odd and an even. They're in different 12s. All I see is that we have 3 reds in a row, so let's go with black for $10.
No more bets.
Okay, and we won. So black 2 and 34 red are our next two. I don't see a whole lot except for that those are both even numbers. So let's bet odd for $10.
No more bets.
And I hope you can see why I'm looking at those to get 2 in a row before I start. That makes it to where it would take five in a row to actually bust us on the regular martingale, and also 4 in a row for the triple martingale. So Now we have a 2 and a 2, and actually we're still betting against odd, and we lost, so we go to $20.
No more bets.
Okay, and we won. So now we're looking at 17 and 2. And 17 and 2 are both in the second row. But we also have 3 black in a row. So let's go for red for $10
No
since
more
there's
bets.
3 in a row there. Okay, good, and we hit. Okay, now we're looking at 12 and 17. And 12 and 17 are both in the first 1 to 18. So we're gonna bet against that. We're gonna bet 19 to 36.
No
for
more
$10.
bets.
And we won that one. So that really helps your odds by making sure there's 2 to bet against what's 2 in a row has hit before. That helps you when you only have a $100 startup fund because we don't have as many chances to double. Luckily, we haven't busted yet, but I hope that you can see that now, since we have that 2 in a row before we start, that basically it takes five in a row to bust on regular martingale, and then it takes 4 in a row to bust on triple martingale. But the most that you can lose is $60. As you can see, we're up $70 already. So that's going to help us. Since we started with $100 in chips, that means that we have $170 in our account right now. So we're doing really good. Let's keep going. So 20 and 12 are our last 2. 20 and 12 are even numbers. So let's go odd for $10.
No more bets.
And we won again. But the thing about playing this way when you have a $100 startup, like I said, is the most you can lose is $60. So if we were to lose one for $60 now, we have 180 because we started with 100 and we've won 80. So we'd have 120 even if even in our pocket, even if we did lose one here. So now we're looking at 1 and 20. 1 and 20, one's odd, one's even. They're in different 1 to 18s and 19 to 36s. Even odd. There isn't much here, so let's just bet on black for $10.
No more bets.
Okay, so we hit red. Okay, so we're gonna take that to
No
20.
more bets.
And again, 30 is the most we're gonna go because the most we're gonna lose with that $100 startup fund is $60. But we hit, so that's good. So now we're looking at 35 and 23 as the last 2 numbers. 35 and 23 are both in the second row, so we're gonna bet against that with triple
No more
martingale. And remember, since we just had the $100 startup fund, the most we will go will be 10 and then 20. So if we lose this one for 20, we're still betting against the second row. Then we will not keep doubling or tripling. We
No
will
more bets.
start over again. And that's the beauty of playing this way when you only have a $100 startup fund. So we did lose. So now you can see we lost the $60. However, we have $30 in wins and we started with 100, so we still have $130. And now you just keep playing. And so the next one, let's go odd for $10.
No more bets.
And then you just build yourself back up. It doesn't grow as fast as normal martingale, like when you have a $1,000 balance or a $1,000 startup fund, because you can go much longer without losing, but you won't bust on the $100. So it's a great way of playing. So now we have 1 and 32. They're both red, and so we're going to bet on black.
No more bets.
Okay, so we hit. All right, so now we have 22 and 1. They're both in the third row, so we're going to triple martingale against the third row.
No more bets.
Okay, and we won. So now we have 15 and 22, and those are both black, so we're going to put 10 on
No
red.
more bets.
So basically all I'm doing different is that I'm cutting off the number of times that I'm doubling and then restarting. Okay, so we won, so now 15 and 19, and 15 and 19 are both odd numbers, so I would go even for 10.
No more bets.
And I hope you also realize how when you have very few chances to double based on startup fund, that this having 2 out of the way before you start really gives you confidence that you're gonna win. So we won again there. We have 6 and 19. One's odd, one's even. Let's see, 6 and 19. I don't really see too much going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and just bet on red for 10.
No more bets.
The opposite color. Okay. And we're going to stay on red and double to 20.
No more bets.
Again, 30 is the farthest we're going to go. Okay, and we hit. So we're back up $90 again, even with that $60 loss. So that's how I would play if you only had a $100 startup fund. But I wanted to make a video for those of you that might not have a $500 or $1,000 startup fund, a way to play the same way, just like the other video I did on how to play like a pro. And all you're really doing is stopping with martingale at 10, 20, 30, and you're stopping at triple martingale with just 10 and 20. It's just that each one, you wait till there's 2 out of the way before you start, which increases your chances. So I hope you like this, and hope you learned something today. If you like the content, please subscribe to my channel. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.